Hello, welcome to Enfoque channel. I'm Fausto Botelho, broadcasting from Brazil, and here we use our experience in technical analysis and we try to extract logical information about the future behavior of the crypto prices. I almost said crisis. Well, yesterday Bitcoin felt, and it reversed in the resistance line that comes from months ago. Some are thinking we're looking at a descending triangle. I'm going to show you why I don't think we're in a descending triangle, even though I thought we were in the past. So let's jump in Bitcoin to start with, and I'm showing you guys the daily chart. If we were to have, well, first let me tell you why I thought this was a descending triangle. Well, when the market was testing this level here, I had, let me take this line out of here. So here in June, beginning of June, yes, I thought Bitcoin was in a descending triangle. We had these almost, we could say, three tops, descending tops, and we had 1, 2, and 3 bottoms at the same level. But what happened next was that the market produced a bear trap, and within the bear trap, it gave us these inverted head and shoulders formation. Then it went up, and it came down, and it reversed in this resistance line. So what happened here was that a lower bottom was created, right? Eventually, you could think of putting this line below here, and then putting it, imagining that the last bottom passed by the same level. But the point is that I think a more probable situation is if we incline this line, this support line, and produce what is known as a wedge. And that would be a reversal wedge, which is a formation that reverses prices. So yes, we could eventually see the market touch this line, and it would do it right below 6,000. But eventually, if we consider the FUD that was produced yesterday, and I must tell you guys that our software is not fit yet to show closes at 9 o'clock Brazilian time, which is UTC for midnight. So I'm going to be showing you in the competitor here what does Bitcoin looks like now. We still have 1 hour and 15 minutes to go, and eventually this could go up. If it goes, then we could be seeing a sort of a reversal here. But if we don't, and let's get back to Enfoque, if we see something like a drift here against the downward move, we could well be seeing a bearish flag, and then we would probably see the market touch the 5,900 to 5,800 level, these level around here, right? So but the point is, Bitcoin is undefinable. if we have a reversal, we would have to wait until it crosses this line. And if we want to really know whether the market is going to, whether this is not a wedge and it is a descending triangle, we'll have to wait and see what happens when he gets, if he gets back to 6,000 again, right? So in the in-between, what do we do? Well, here in the channel, in Foki channel, we're thinking on the Bitcoin standard already. And that is, my friend, we that are able to trade, we try to, and we here in our team of analysts, we follow the markets and we try to look at those coins, sorry, or tokens that will be eventually having a better performance than Bitcoin, outperforming, that will eventually be outperforming Bitcoin. So as I just did the video in Portuguese, I'm going to be showing you guys now the coins that we selected that are in fact giving us some indications, some technical analysis indications. So let's move to back here to our charts in Foki, and then I'm going to show you this page here, which I call keeping an eye on. Okay, so here you go. Starting with Bitcoin Gold. Why are we seeing Bitcoin Gold? Well, see, we have this line broken. It's a very trustful line, resistance line, as we had so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 technical events. Then the market broke, made what seemed to be a pullback, and look what happened yesterday. It went up, and then it went up because it was actually breaking this flag that was forming here. Then it came down, and now it wants to go up again. So Bitcoin Gold is one of the coins that is outperforming Bitcoin in these hard times Bitcoin is passing by, right? After yesterday's fallout. So that's why we're keeping an eye on this. So the target here, or the trigger, better saying, would be 32,680 satoshis, around that, 0.003268. If we break that level, I think it's a very good buying opportunity. Binance Coin. Binance Coin had so far one movement, corrected, another movement. These two movements are very similar. I don't know if they're exact. No, they're just similar. Okay, and I projected these lower, these smaller movement here, smaller movement, but it's huge because if you measure in terms of percent variation, it's around 1,100%. So now it is sideways for a long time, since the beginning of the year, right? But it is one of the coins that felt the least, that less felt. And we're, after yesterday's, the market that is very near a important support level, sort of engulfing yesterday. So I think that's significant. And with that, I would go to the 60-minute chart and would look for indications of a possible bull market. And we're having them right now. So how about, because we have this resistance level here too, how about wait for that and hope that the market give us a bullish flag here, and then you buy when the market breaks the bullish flag and put your stop right below that, and you would be talking about 1.7%, and you could go and get your next objective, which is next resistance line. We could leave it here, which is 5% away. So we would be talking about 3 or something in terms of P&L rate, right? Profit loss rate ratio. So back here, we would be talking about the market just coming here, but eventually in this way up, he might break this resistance line and he might start this new upward move, wave 5, right? If we think of Elliott, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, B, C, 4, and 1, 2, and starting a wave 3 or wave 4 or whatever. So we're keeping an eye on Binance Coin as well, okay? Dash. Dash is Dash just produced this. Look at that. Well, first take a look in this support level. We're talking Dash in Bitcoins, right? We only see coins quoted in Bitcoin because we're thinking on the Bitcoin standard. We think Bitcoin is going to $100,000. So I want Bitcoins. If I can increase my amount of Bitcoins, that's what I want, okay? So this is a huge support level, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the market broke this very important support level and then re-entered it. And that produces a bear trap, which I think is the most important indication technical analysis can give us. Bear traps and bull traps. So we're seeing a bull trap here. The market goes up. Now, yesterday, the market came down with the fall of Bitcoin, but now it supported in the former support line, right? So I think this was just a pullback to the initial support line, then resistance line, and now back to support line. So we're taking a close eye in Dash. And for that, we take a look in the hourly chart, but we don't see many things here. Maybe what I would like to happen was that the market would come up here, you know, confirm this resistance line, and then do me some favor and give me a nice formation here, and then break this formation, and then when testing this resistance level here, I would love him to give me a bullish flag here, and then I would buy with the market breaking the upward flag, because then I would have a beautiful level for my stop, and that would be around 3.6%. And what are the objectives? Well, objectives would be over here, 0.04, right? And that would be, where's my flag here? It's around here. So I would be talking about 37%. And of course, there's always the possibility for another one of these occur, right? Why? Well, because we had this bear trap in Dash, okay? EOS, we're breaking this resistance line, so I'm keeping an eye. He's coming down. Eventually, he will make a pullback to the former resistance line. If this resistance line offers support and we have a sort of a reversal candlestick pattern, that would be the indication. Yoda is testing these, nothing very dramatic in Yoda. No, what have I done? But Yoda is testing this resistance line, and in an accumulation that looked until yesterday like a bullish flag. But now it came back and it's still looking like a bullish flag, even though we had this fall here. So what do? Go to the 60-minute chart and keep an eye on this resistance line here, okay? If it breaks this resistance line, chances are it will break this bigger resistance line, which is this one here. The market. So we're looking at the possibility for this to be confirmed as a bullish flag. And how do we confirm that? Quicker, because we don't want to buy over here, because then you'd have to put your stop 28% below, right? We want to buy over here, so you will still be putting your stop almost 15% away, right? But then you would have, if you buy it here, you would have an objective of, let's put it here, 55%. Okay, so it's 3 to 1, 3 point something to 1, right? You're risking 20, you're risking 15, and you have a possibility to gain 50, and that's not the biggest. It would be over here, right? So, yes, I'm looking now that we have this resistance line here to be overtaken, but anyway, I think Yoda has a chance to give us a nice trade. What else? Lisk, my friends, and that's ordered in alphabetical order, okay? Lisk, let's go back to the daily chart. Broke this resistance line with a pennant, and it came back, and I think it's doing a pullback. So I'm keeping an eye on this small resistance line, which when you go to the 60-minute chart gives you a line with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 technical events, and the market is flagging, and I think that's an upward flag. So I'm taking a very close look at Lisk. Whenever it breaks this resistance line, we're probably going to be making a call for our customers to buy Lisk. If you don't know our product, and if you want to know it, please send a WhatsApp to the telephone. It's a WhatsApp telephone, and we're putting on a list in Telegram. The calls will be sent by Telegram, another list, exclusive list in Telegram as well. We're organizing ourselves, our marketing. You're going to hear about us. Help us. Tell your friends about us, if you may. And, of course, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to click on the bell so you receive notifications whenever we publish new videos, okay? Back to the charts. That is why I think we're keeping an eye on Lisk, right? So now here, next one is Litecoin. That broke this resistance line and is flagging up and is testing these. I think it's considerable support level. So possibility for it to go at least to the resistance line, and that would be an upward move of 36%, more or less. So we wouldn't have to, yeah, the best would be to wait until here, but then you'd have a stop 10% away. But you'd still have 26%, so we would be talking about a 2.5 to 1 P&L situation, right? Profit loss situation. Monero was one of the coins that was outperforming Bitcoin before Bitcoin had these had yesterday's drop, and it seems that it will keep on outperforming Bitcoin, right? So whenever we see it on the long run, well, it's right in the middle of these sideways long-term trend. But possibilities I think there's a good chance that if it breaks this level here, it goes to the upper part of this sideways channel, where we would be talking about another 60 to 70% upward movement. So what we do, we take a look at the hourly chart. Well, it looks like we're producing a head and shoulders here, or something similar to that. And this certainly looks like a triangle that will eventually put prices down. So prices could come as low as 0.015, right? Back to the daily chart, 0.015 is over here, or even lower. And eventually then we would be having an opportunity to buy it at a lower price. Especially if it comes, that's our objective, especially if it comes to these former resistance line, and then we would be thinking of a pullback to this resistance line, right? So keeping an eye on Monero too. So next one is Nano. Nano is on the 15, is on the hourly chart. Let's go back to the daily chart. And well, it had this huge pump here, and it is, I think, flagging up, right? And the objective would be, if it goes from here, would be 0.009, which is 90,000 satoshis. So if you want to catch this market again, we have to go to the 60-minute chart. We're seeing a bullish flag here, but I would wait for the market to go over 40,000 satoshis, which is this level here. See a lot of technical events happening here, and then I would buy it with a stop below this. Wow, we're talking 17%. That's the bad thing about it, right? Maybe then if we buy it when it breaks this flag, we would be eventually putting a stop 10% away. There's a possibility for that. Whenever we make our calls, we do place the stops and the objectives. Not the stops, the stop. But then we follow the position. We keep following the position, and we give recommendations for you to change the stop, always to the better, of course. Always raising on a long position, and always decreasing the stop in a bearish position, okay? So, an eye on Nano as well, right? Next one is Ontology. Ontology broke this downward trend channel, and I think it's accumulating in a accumulation that resembles a pennant or a flag. And so we go to the 60-minute and we take a look on that, and eventually I think it's going to be a good idea if you buy these the breaking of this pennant in the hourly chart, and then put your stop here. It will eventually go up here in the resistance line, which is about 14%, and you could be putting a stop 3 or 4%, 3.5% away if you use the breaking of this flag, right? So you'd have to be alert in the next hour, because it looks like it's going to break that flag right away. Well, last but not least, it's Quantum. So that was ontology, right? Quantum. Well, look at that. It's testing for the third time its all-time low, and well, it is filling the support. So if we have a sort of a reversal here or something like that, I think it's a good idea to put it on the portfolio too. And finally, is it finally? Yes, finally, we have Ripple. Let's take a look in the daily chart, which is this one here, and let's see that Ripple had these, the only thing it had was this reversal in the support level, which is just a support level. So this reversal with a hammer, that's just a hammer in a support level, not very much important support level. Yeah, maybe I was, I think I've looked at Ripple in US dollars. That's why let's take a look at the 60-minute here. Well, nothing very spectacular, but we're keeping an eye on her too. Okay, my friend. First of all, thank you very much for watching the video until now. If you like it, please help us increase the channel. We're publishing in 2 languages for the moment, Portuguese and English. And I hope to see you next week though. Bye-bye.